in 3 opening there, we'll see later. Okay, now you observe these pictures. Look at the child's face, right? What he or she is eating. Use the help box below for spellings. Observe these all the faces.
Good morning, one and all. Hello? I'm audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Statistics అండి. వినబడుతుందా నా వాయిస్?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Statistics ఏనా?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Statistics English medium.
అవునండి, మోహన్ ప్రసాద్ గారు జాయిన్ అవుతారు ఇప్పుడు. తీసుకుంటారు క్లాస్. వెయిట్.
Okay, sir.
Do you tell one that you are sad?
హలో
The person you're speaking with has put your call on hold. Please stay on the line. మీరు మాట్లాడే వ్యక్తి మీ కాల్ ని హోల్డ్ లో పెట్టారు. దయచేసి లైన్ లో వేచి ఉండండి. The person you're speaking with has put your call on hold.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Wait for 1 minute.
Okay, sir.
I need the connection. Hello. Hello. మాట్లాడండి.
Hello, sir.
Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Good morning,
This
sir.
is Professor C.H. Mohan Prasad. Good morning.
Good morning,
This
sir.
is speaking Professor Mohan Prasad, C.H. Mohan Prasad from Karimnagar. Okay. Welcome to our online sessions, classes, BSc Statistics, first semester. Okay. So this is our book, BSc first year semester statistics. Okay. So in this book, we are having, hello.
Yes.
This is our content. Disturbance రానివ్వకండి. This is our syllabus. In this syllabus, we are having 4 blocks. Okay. So block 1 having 3 units, block 2 having 3 units, block 3 having 3 units, block 4 having 3 units. కనిపిస్తున్న స్క్రీన్ పైన?
Yes, sir.
Here. So disturbance రానివ్వకండి. Okay. Response ఇవ్వండి. Respond ఇవ్వండి. Disturbance రానివ్వకండి. Okay. So welcome to all our online classes for Ambedkar Open University. Today is the first class. So we are having 10 classes, 10 sessions. In these 10 sessions, every Saturday and Sunday, morning 10 to 11, our class. So I am having teaching of statistics in all areas, having 28 years experience. I am native place of Karimnagar. I am board of study member of Shatavan University. Okay, this is my briefly information about me. Okay, so open the videos on cheyandi, silence mute పెట్టండి. Okay, so block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. So in this first semester, we are having 4 blocks. First of all, we can go to block 1. In block 1, we are having 3 units. One is block 1 title name is data. So what is the meaning of data? How to collect the data, and how to presentation of data, and how to representation of data. So they are having the columns. In block 1, the title is data. In block 1, we are having 3 units. One is method of collection of weighting of primary data. Number 2 is method of collection of weighting of secondary data. Number 3 is classification tabulation of data. So this is the general information about data. So in this data, so what is the meaning of data? First of all, data is nothing but it is the numerical values or figures. Numerical values or figures is known as data. Okay. So this is unit 1. In data, we are having 3 topics are there. The units included in this block are: number 1, method of collection and editing of primary data. Number 2, method of collection and editing the secondary data. Number 3, classification and tabulation of data. Okay. Now coming to unit 1. Clear? Disturbance, please. Okay. Now unit 1, methods of collection of editing of primary data. So in this primary data, we are arriving what are the contents, objectives, introduction, data, definition, examples, primary data, definition, examples, methods of classification, methods of collection and editing of primary data, secondary, primary data, next summary, check your progress, model, answers, model, examination, questions. Okay. So what is the meaning of data? So data is nothing but it is numerical values is known as data. Okay. So first of all, our subject name, descriptive statistics and probability. In descriptive statistics, we are having statistical descriptive of data. Statistical descriptive of data. Okay. In that we are having 5 topics are there: introduction of statistics, important scope of statistics, collection of data, classification of data, and mode of presentation of data. So first of all, introduction of statistics. The word statistics are used Latin word status, Italian word statista, French word statistique, German word statistic. So this is the final definition, which are given, taken from Germany language, statistic. That is the final definition of the statistics. Each of which means, according to Latin word, or according to Italian, or according to French, or according to German, each of which means a political state. The statistic nothing but it is a political state. Okay. But in statistics, we are using plural as well as singular. Suppose good, G-O-O-D, good, that is singular. Good means manchi. G-O-O-D-S, goods means carrying of goods. Items man carry goods carrier antam. So that is the plural. In singular, good. In plural, goods. Like statistics, it is not having a singular, it is not having plural. Statistics means you can use singular as well as you can use plural. In singular means, statistics means the science of statistics deals with principles and devices. Statistics means the science of statistics deals with principles and as well as devices. Statistical methods of collecting, analyze, and interpreting the numerical data. Statistical methods of collecting, analysis, and interpreting numerical data. In plural word, it relates to numerical data. In statistics, we can use plural side. It reflects, it related to numerical data. Collected in quantitative as well as qualitative in systematic manner. So in statistics, we used in a plural, which is nothing but collected in qualitative as well as quantitative in a systematic manner. That is example, number of unemployed girls in Hyderabad city. Please unmute చేయండి, please disturbance వస్తుంది. Number of unemployed girls in Hyderabad city or Hyderabad district, whatever you can say, that is the plural example. Now coming to definition of statistics. Statistics means collection of data and applying to scientific methods. Statistics means collection of data and apply to scientific methods. Now, next coming to division of statistics. Division of statistics related to 6 divisions are there. Number 1 is descriptive statistics. Number 2 is applied statistics. Next, inferential statistics. Next, inductive statistics. Next, mathematical statistics. Next, analytical statistics. The various 6 groups is division into statistics, like descriptive statistics, applied statistics, inferential statistics, inductive statistics, mathematical statistics, and analytical statistics. Now, coming to simply, we can define each division. Descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics, nothing but it deals with numerical data. Our topic is descriptive statistics and probability distributions. Our semester 1 paper title is descriptive statistics and probability distributions. Now, descriptive statistics, nothing but it deals with numerical data. Now, second one is applied statistics. It covers these methods and the techniques which are applied to real life situations, and it is divided into 3 types. One is sampling theory, and one is quality control, and one is index numbers. Now, coming to third, inferential statistics. Now, inferential statistics is nothing but to draw conclusions and inferences about the parameters of population. So, you can draw conclusions and inferences about the parameters of population is known as inferential statistics. Now, coming to inductive statistics, to estimate a particular phenomenon on the basis of random observation. To estimate a particular phenomenon on the basis of random observation, that is use forecasting techniques. Example is forecasting techniques is inductive statistics. Now, coming to mathematical statistics, it is concerned with the application of various mathematical theorems and techniques to develop various statistical techniques. So that is using of mathematical statistics like integration, differentiation, trigonometry, matrices. These are the examples. Now, analytical statistics to establishing functional relationship between the variables. Analytical statistics is nothing but to establish the functional relationship between the variables, like example, correlation, regression, association of attributes. This is the first topic in division of statistics. Now, coming to importance and scope of statistics. Coming to importance scope of statistics, that is number 1, statistics and economics. Statistics and economics we can use consumption, production, exchange, econometrics, public finance, input and output analysis. Statistics helps to answer the 3 basic questions in economics: work to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. So these are 3 basic questions arise in the economics. Now, statistics and commerce, organization of business, production, scientific management, business forecasting, purchase. Now, statistics, aiding and accounting. Now, statistics and economic planning, economics, commerce and industry, business and management. And statistics and astronomy, statistics and meteorology, statistics and mathematics, statistics and biology, statistics and social sciences, statistics and natural sciences, statistics and education, statistics and research. So these are the scope and aim and scope of statistics, importance and scope of statistics. Now, coming to our original syllabus, that is collection of data. So in number third is topic is collection of data. So in this collection of data, we will discuss concept and definition of data, types of collection of data, variable and types of data. Okay. Now, coming to concept and definition of data. First of all, what is the meaning of data? Data is collection of observation expressed in numerical figures. So in your family, how many members are there? Like 4 members. Now, now Hyderabad city population is some 4,50,000. Like, so that should be known as numerical values. or raw data or information or facts. So data is a collection of observation expressed in numerical figures or raw data or information or facts. Now collection of data may be done by two methods. So how to collection of data? Number one is complete enumeration method, or you can say census method. That is మన ఇంటికి వచ్చి సర్వే చేస్తారు, పాపులేషన్ సర్వే చేస్తారు. Complete enumeration method, or you can say census method అంటాం. Now number two is survey method అంటాం. Number second one is survey method. Now coming to what is the meaning of variable? So generally we should have variables are two types. One is measurable characteristic and one is non-measurable characteristic. Suppose some X person is having 50 kgs weight. So 50 kgs weight is a measurable. That X person is having some beauty. How much beauty? 60% or 70% or 80%? We cannot say. కాబట్టి మనం చూసే దృష్టిని బట్టి ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి, so that should be known as beauty is nothing but non-measurable characteristic. So every variable should have two types. One should be known as measurable characteristic and one should be known as non-measurable characteristic. So non-measurable characteristic is indicating by attributes like smoking, drinking, laughing, eating, weeping, honesty. That color, that is indicating attributes. So these attributes are not measurable. But whereas measurable characteristic is known as variable. Some X person is having 50 kgs, some Y person is having 22 years age or 22 years, 3 months, 4 days, like it is measurable. So in statistics, we can use variables. These variables are having four types. One is univariate, second one is bivariate, third one is trivariate, fourth one is multivariate. So first of all, coming to univariate. Univariate nothing but involvement of only one variable is known as univariate. So you can consider the weight of a group of persons. మీ క్లాసులో ఉన్నటువంటి 10 మంది యొక్క వాళ్ళ యొక్క రూల్ నెంబర్ రాసుకుంటూ పేరు రాసుకుంటూ వాళ్ళ యొక్క వెయిట్ ఇవ్వండి. సమ్ ఎక్స్ 50 kgs, సమ్ వై 45 kgs, సమ్ జెడ్ 43 into 43.5 kgs, like ఆ విధంగా. ఓకే, so that is the involvement of only one variable. Suppose when you consider weight and height, in that group 10 members are there, you can calculate weight as well as height. So X person 50 kgs. Similarly, the person is having height 5 feet 4 inches. So weight is 50 kgs, height is 5 feet 4 inches. Next Y person 42 kgs weight, height is 5.2 inches, 5 feet 2 inches. So that class indicating weight and as well as height. So involvement of two variables, one variable indicating weight and the other variable indicating height. Clear? చెప్పండి, ఎనీ డౌట్? మాట్లాడండి, స్పీక్.
No, sir.
నో, ఓకే. సో వీడియోలు అన్ని బంద్ చేసేది, ఓపెన్ చేయండి వీడియోస్ అన్ని. ఓపెన్ ద వీడియోస్, డోంట్ క్లోజ్ బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రికార్డింగ్, రికార్డ్ అవుతుంటుంది. Now voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, right. Next. Right. Coming to involvement of three variables. So now involvement of two variables is known as bivariate. Bi means bi hyphen variate. Bi means two. Suppose in intermediate we should have bi PC. Bi means botany and zoology. P means physics. C means chemistry. Like by nothing but two. Not dividing by. Not dividing by nothing but two. So here we are consider weight as well as height in a class of people, a group of peoples. So that should be known as bivariate data. Clear? Now same class you can consider X person weight is 50 kgs, height is 5 feet 4 inches. The X person is having male. X avaru male. So here you can consider weight, height, male, sex. So sex indicating divided into two categories. One is known as male and one is known as female. The third category you should not consider. It is very rare cases. Okay, so you should consider only for two genders. One is male and one is female. The X person having 50 kgs weight, 5 feet 4 inches height. The person is male. Now coming to Y person, having weight is 42.5 kgs and weight is height is 5 feet 2 inches, but the candidate is female. So here you can consider weight, height, sex. So three variables. The three variables indicating involvement of three variables is known as trivariate. Now I am giving the example for trigonometry. Tree means three. One is sine, cos, tan. If you are knowing the sine, the opposite is cosec. If you are knowing the cos, the opposite is sec. If the knowing of tan, the opposite is cot. So we can create the three functions. That is cosec, sec, cot. So mainly sine, tan, sine, cos. So these three is known as trigonometry. So that similarly, here we should take weight, height, sex. So involvement of three variables is known as trivariate. Now coming to multivariate. Multivariate nothing but more than three variables is known as multivariate. Suppose if you consider weight, height, sex, and next one is marital status. So X person is married, Y person is unmarried. Anukundam suppose. So weight, height, sex, marital status. So when you consider four variables, the data is known as multivariate. Clear? Now our picture coming to picture is variable. That variable is known as measurable characteristic is known as variable. Involvement of one variable is known as univariate data. Involvement of two variables is known as bivariate data. Involvement of three variables is known as trivariate data. Involvement of more than three variables is known as multivariate data. Okay. Now coming to suppose types of variables. In types of variables, we should have two types of variables are there. One is discrete variable and second one is continuous variable. In statistics, we are having two types of variables are there. One is discrete variable and one is continuous variable. Discrete variable nothing but a countable number of values. Suppose in your class, suppose for example, I will take the example today. So in our session, the number of students are figure is 17 members are there, including myself and Hyderabad bro self. The remaining are the participants. So out of these two members, the total member is 15. So including these two members, the total number is 17. So the 17 number is countable. Count చేయడానికి వీలుంది కాబట్టి టుడే క్లాస్ కు వచ్చినటువంటి స్ట్రెంత్ ఎంత 17 మెంబర్స్ ఇందులో ఉన్నారు మనకు గ్రూప్ లో. ఇప్పుడు జూమ్ లో ఉన్న మీటింగ్ లో 17 మెంబర్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఇంక్లూడింగ్ మై సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ బ్రో. ఓకే, కాబట్టి the number of students in a class is a discrete variable. Number of road accidents in a place is a discrete variable. Number of family members in your family, we and my missus and my children are 2 members are there, like 4 members. So 4 is a countable, is known as a countable number of values is known as discrete variable. Okay, clear? Now coming to continuous variable, a uncountable number of values but lies in between upper and lower limits is known as countable number of values. A countable number of values lies in between upper and lower limits is known as continuous variable. Suppose Indian height, if you consider Indian height for example 3 feet 5 inches to 7 feet 2 inches, like so. Indian height 3.3 feet to 2 inches less than or equal to x less than or equal to 7.7 inches, 7 feet 2 inches, 7 feet 2 inches. So like that should be known as continuous variable. Suppose if you consider weight, suppose 40 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 60. Or you can consider marks in your 17 members exam pedite. Suppose lower value is 30 వచ్చిందనుకుందాం, 30 mark, upper is 60 వచ్చిందనుకుందాం. So 30 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 60 is known as a continuous variable. Okay. Now second one is non-measurable characteristic. చెప్పుకున్నాం already. A qualitative characteristic. A qualitative characteristic is known as attribute, color of a flower, drinking habit of a person, nationality of a person, and so on. Now coming to types of data. So types of data, there are two types of statistical data. One should be known as primary data and second one is secondary data. Okay. Data are nothing but it is a numerical values or raw numerical values or raw data or information, facts or figures. Okay. Now primary data, it is the data collected by a particular person or agency or organization, originally collected for the first time, is known as primary data. In our TRS government formed in 2014, on 2014 19th August 2014 KCR is survey is gone away. That is the Samagra Kutumba survey. So 19th August నాడు సమగ్ర కుటుంబ సర్వే చేశారు. అది ఫస్ట్ టైం చేసినాం కాబట్టి దాన్ని ఏమంటాం ప్రైమరీ డాటా అంటాం. ఆ డాటాను మనం ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు ఉపయోగించుకుంటున్నా వేరే సెకండ్ పర్సన్ వాళ్ళు ఉపయోగించుకున్నది ఏమంటాం సెకండ్ డాటా అంటాం. సో దేర్ ఆర్ టూ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ స్టాటిస్టికల్ డాటా. One should be known as primary data. It is the first data. It is the data collected by a particular person or agency or organization, originally collected for the first time. So what are the methods of collecting the primary data? The primary data can be collected by the following methods. Number one is direct personal observation. Number two is indirect oral investigation. Number three is estimate from the legal sources from correspondent. Number four is data through mailed questionnaire. Number five is investigation through enumerators. So these are the five methods to collected by the following five methods. Okay. One is known as direct personal observation. Direct personal observation. ఇప్పుడు మన క్లాసులో 17 మంది యొక్క వెయిట్ నెంబర్ 1 ఎక్స్ పిలిచినాం, వెయిట్ మీకు నిలబడమని చెప్పినాం, నిలబడ్డాడు, వెయిట్ చూసుకున్నాం, రాసుకున్నాం. నెంబర్ వై పర్సన్, నెంబర్ జెడ్ పర్సన్, లైక్ సో అండ్ సో ఫర్ 60 మెంబర్స్ యొక్క వెయిట్ తయారు చేసుకున్నాం. దట్ షుడ్ బి నోన్ యాజ్ డైరెక్ట్ పర్సనల్ అబ్జర్వేషన్. నెంబర్ 2 ఇండైరెక్ట్ ఓవరాల్ ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్. మనం అక్కడ వెయిట్ మిషన్ దగ్గర రాకుండా అతను చూసి ఇతను ఒక 32 kg ఉండొచ్చు, 42 kg వచ్చి గెస్ చేస్తుంది చూడండి. దట్ షుడ్ బి ఇండైరెక్ట్ ఓవరాల్ ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్ అంటాం. Now నెంబర్ 3 ఎస్టిమేట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద లీగల్ సోర్సెస్ ఫ్రమ్ కరస్పాండెంట్. ఎవరో చెప్పిన దాన్ని మనం రాసుకున్నాను ఏమంటాం, లీగల్ సోర్సెస్ ద్వారా తీసుకున్నాను ఏమంటాం, నెంబర్ 3 అంటాం. నెంబర్ 4 డాటా త్రూ మెయిల్డ్ క్వశ్చనేర్. ఒక వ్యక్తి అనే పర్సన్కి మనం కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ పంపించాం, ఆ రెస్పాన్సెస్ ఆన్సర్స్ మనం తీసుకుని అట్లా చేసేదని ఏమంటాం, త్రూ మెయిల్డ్ క్వశ్చనేర్ అంటాం. నెంబర్ 5 ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్ త్రూ ఎన్యూమరేటర్స్. సెన్సెస్ ద్వారా మన రికార్డ్ ద్వారా తీసుకున్నాను ఏమంటాం, ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్ త్రూ ఎన్యూమరేటర్స్ అంటాం. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద 5 మెథడ్స్. Okay, this is the most important question in our today's session. So define primary data and explain what are the methods to collect primary data. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ లేకుండా పేపర్ ఉండదు, చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇది. ఓకే, మళ్ళీ చూసుకోండి. ప్రైమరీ డాటా, ఇట్ ఈస్ ద డాటా కలెక్టెడ్ బై ఏ పర్టికులర్ పర్సన్ ఆర్ agency or organization, originally collected for the first time. So methods of collecting primary data. The primary data can be collected by the following methods. Number 1 direct personal observation. Number 2 indirect overall investigation. Number 3 estimate from the legal sources from correspondent. Number 4, data through mailed questionnaire. Number 5, investigation through enumerators. Now coming to second category, secondary data. It is the data collected by the some other person. Already collect చేసినటువంటి data antam. It is the data collected by some other person or agency or organization for their own use, but the investigation also gets it for its use. So what are the methods to collecting the secondary data? The secondary data can be collected from the following sources. Number 1 is information collected through newspapers and periodicals. So newspaper daily వచ్చేదాన్ని ఏమంటాం న్యూస్పేపర్ అంటాం. 1 week వచ్చేదాన్ని ఏమంటాం పీరియాడికల్స్ అంటాం. ఈ పీరియాడికల్స్ వీక్లీ వన్స్ రావచ్చు, 15 days ఫోర్ట్నైట్ రావచ్చు, మంత్లీ రావచ్చు, 3 quarterly రావచ్చు, హాఫ్ ఇయర్లీ రావచ్చు, ఇయర్లీ రావచ్చు, మ్యాగజైన్స్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ నోన్ పీరియాడికల్స్ అంటాం. డైలీ వచ్చేటువంటి దాన్ని ఏమంటాం న్యూస్ పేపర్ అంటాం. డైలీ కాకుండా ఉండేదాన్ని ఏమంటాం పీరియాడికల్స్. సో పీరియడ్ నథింగ్ బట్ 1 week సచిత్ర వారపత్రిక అంటాం మనం, వీక్లీ వన్స్ వస్తుంది. అట్లనే ఫోర్ట్నైట్ పక్షపత్రిక అంటాం. అట్లనే మంత్లీ మ్యాగజైన్ అంటాం. అట్లే 3 quarterly మ్యాగజైన్ అంటాం, 3 years కోసం వస్తుంది, 3 months కోసం వస్తుంది. అట్లనే 6 months కోసం మ్యాగజైన్ అంటాం. అట్లనే ఇయర్లీ వచ్చే మ్యాగజైన్ ఇయర్లీ మ్యాగజైన్ అంటాం. ఇట్లా వీటన్నిటి పీరియాడికల్స్ అంటాం. Information obtained from the publication of trade organization. Number 2, information obtained from the research papers published by university departments /UGC antam. Number 4, information obtained from the official publications of the foreign governments for the international organization antam. Number 5 is information obtained from the official publication of the central, state and the local governments dealing with crop statistics, industrial statistics, ట్రేడ్ అండ్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ ఎక్సెట్రా. సో ఇవన్నీ మనకు నెట్ ద్వారా సపోజ్ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ డెఫినేషన్ కొట్టినాం అనుకోండి, నెట్లో మనకు వస్తుంది ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, అదంతా సెకండరీ డాటా అంటాం. నెట్ ద్వారా తీసుకున్నంత కూడా సెకండరీ డాటా అంటాం. ఓకే, సో ఈ క్వశ్చన్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. క్వశ్చన్ రాసుకోండి. డిఫైన్ ప్రైమరీ. ఎస్ స్టూడెంట్స్, రైట్ ద క్వశ్చన్. డిఫైన్ ప్రైమరీ అండ్ secondary data and explain the various methods of collecting the data ఓకే.
Yes, sir.
ఆ క్వశ్చన్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. అది లేకుండా క్వశ్చన్ పేపరే ఉండదు. ఓకే, నా కమింగ్ టు అవర్ మన బుక్లో ఎట్లా ఉన్న నోట్స్ చూడండి, స్క్రీన్ పై పెట్టాను. స్క్రీన్ పై పెట్టానండి. కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ డేటా. A sound structure of statistical investigation is based on a systematic collection of data. Data is generally classified into 2 groups, that is primary data and secondary data. So primary data refers to condition. Okay, ఇక్కడ చూడండి. ఓకే, డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వస్తుంది. ప్రైమరీ డాటా refers to the data collected for the first time. Primary data organized by a researcher for the specific purpose of addressing the problem on hand. ఓకే, అట్లా చూడండి. Methods of collecting primary data. The following are the methods to collect primary data. By applying in the various methods we can collect. Number 1, direct personal interviews, indirect oral interviews, information from correspondents, mailed questionnaire methods. Okay, door-to-door interview, direct person interview. Person interviews can be classified into 6 categories. There are door-to-door interview, mailed interview. Okay, now next coming to number 3, office interview. Number 4, self-administrated questionnaire. Number 5, computer assisted personal interview. Number 6, observations. So these are merits and demerits. Now coming to second, indirect interviews. Okay. Now third one is information from correspondence. Number 4 is mailed questionnaire method. Okay. Number 5 is methods of editing of primary data, interactive editing, selective editing, micro editing, automatic editing, interactive editing, when selective editing. Now coming to methods of collection and editing of secondary data. What are the methods? Objectives, introduction. So source of secondary data, published sources, unpublished sources. The government, international, local agencies publish statistical data. Some of them are explained below. International publications, official publications of central and state governments, semi-official publications, publications of research institutions, journals and newspapers, unpublished sources. Precautions in the use of secondary data, editing of secondary data, editing for competences, editing for consistency, editing for agent accuracy, editing for homogeneity. Okay. ఓకే, ఇదంతా దాంట్లో ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్ అంతా కూడా జనరల్ ఇంట్రడక్షనే. ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్ అంతా కూడా జనరల్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఫస్ట్ బ్లాక్లో 3 యూనిట్స్ అని చెప్పినాం మనం. ఓకే, ఒకటి మెథడ్స్ ఆఫ్ కలెక్టింగ్ అండ్ ఎడిటింగ్ ఆఫ్ ప్రైమరీ డేటా, మెథడ్స్ ఆఫ్ సెకండ్ ఎడిటింగ్ ఆఫ్ సెకండ్ డేటా, క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ టాబులేషన్ ఆఫ్ డేటా. నెంబర్ 3rd యూనిట్ ఓకే. ఇక్కడ వరకు చూసుకోండి. 2 యూనిట్లు కంప్లీట్ చేసినాం. ఈ 2 యూనిట్ల జనరల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషనే. టుడే we are completed discussed 2 units in block 1. First one is methods of collection and editing of primary data. Second one is method of collection and editing of secondary data. So tomorrow we can go to classification, tabulation data. Tomorrow we can explain in detail. So these are the first 2 units are general. The 3rd unit is also general. Second block nunchi we are having the problems వస్తాయి. ఓకే, సో ఇవాళ ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ కాబట్టి ఇక్కడికి ఆపేస్తున్నా. యూనిట్ 1, యూనిట్ 2 వరకు కంప్లీట్ చేసిన. ఈ యూనిట్ 1, యూనిట్ 2 లోపల ఉన్నటువంటి క్వశ్చన్ ఒకటి ఇంపార్టెంట్. ద క్వశ్చన్ ఈస్ డిఫైన్ ప్రైమరీ అండ్ సెకండరీ డేటా and explain in detail what are the methods to collection of primary and secondary data. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ లేకుండా పేపర్ ఉండదు. ఫస్ట్ థింగ్. ఓకే, సో సెకండ్ థింగ్, క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ ప్యాటర్న్ ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది అనేది నేను రేపు డిస్కస్ చేస్తా. టుమారో ఐ విల్ డిస్కస్ ఇన్ డీటెయిల్ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ ప్యాటర్న్.
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
Question. Define primary and secondary data. Define primary and secondary data and explain the various methods of collecting the data. ఓన్లీ మెథడ్స్ రాయాలా, అంత ఇందులో నోట్స్ ఉన్నట్టు అంత అవసరం లేదు. ఓన్లీ మెథడ్స్ మనం రాసి ఉంటుంది. ప్రైమరీ డాటాలో 5 మెథడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, సెకండరీ డాటాలో 5 మెథడ్స్. ఓకేనా? మాట్లాడండి.
ఓన్లీ 2 questions కదా సార్?
ఓన్లీ 1 క్వశ్చనే. ఒకటే క్వశ్చన్ చెప్పినా కదా. 2 యూనిట్ కలిపి క్వశ్చన్.
ఓకే ఓకే.
మీకు నోట్స్లో అక్కడ బుక్లో 10-12 పేజీలు ఉంటాయి. అవన్నీ అంత అవసరం లేదు. డిఫైన్ ప్రైమరీ అండ్ సెకండరీ డేటా అందులోనే అండ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ద వేరియస్ మెథడ్స్ ఆఫ్ కలెక్టింగ్ ద డేటా. ప్రైమరీ డేటా డెఫినేషన్ రాసి 5 మెథడ్స్ రాస్తే చాలు. సెకండ్ డేటా డెఫినేషన్ రాసి 5 మెథడ్స్ రాస్తే సరిపోతుంది అంతే. మీ పుస్తకంలో చాలా ఉంటుంది, మీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ లో చాలా ఉంది, అదంతా అవసరం లేదు. అదంతా అండర్స్టాండ్ కొరకే చెప్పింది.
ఓకే సార్.
ఇది మెయిన్. ఈ ఇవాటి క్లాసులో ఈ క్వశ్చన్ గన్ షాట్. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ లేకుండా క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ ఉండదు. ఏ యూనివర్సిటీలో ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఖచ్చితంగా ఉంటుంది. ఐదర్ షార్ట్ నోట్స్లోనే ఉంటుంది, ఆర్ ఐదర్ లాంగ్ క్వశ్చన్లో ఉంటుంది. మరి షార్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎన్ని వస్తాయి, లాంగ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఎన్ని వస్తాయి, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ పేపర్ ఎట్లా వస్తుంది విషయం నేను రేపు డిస్కస్ చేస్తాను. టుమారో సెషన్లో పేపర్ డిస్కస్ చేస్తా. సో ఇవాటి క్లాసు లోపల యూనిట్ 1, యూనిట్ 2 రెండు అయిపోయినాయి. రేపు యూనిట్ 3 లోపల క్లాసిఫికేషన్ టాబ్యులేషన్ డాటా ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ డీటెయిల్. ఓకే? నా నెంబర్ అక్కడ ఉంటుంది, ఫోన్ నెంబరు. మీకు ఎప్పుడు మీరున్నా కాంటాక్ట్ కండి. ఐ విల్ గివ్ ద క్లారిటీ. ఎందుకంటే బికాస్ ఐఎమ్ హ్యావింగ్ 28 years సర్వీస్ ఆఫ్ టీచింగ్ ఆఫ్ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్.
ఓకే సార్.
నేను 4-5 యూనివర్సిటీలో బోర్డు మెంబర్ను, చాలా యూనివర్సిటీలో పనిచేస్తున్నా. అన్ని పేపర్ నాకు తెలుసు. ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ కాబట్టి కొద్దిగా ఇబ్బందిగా లేట్గా వచ్చిన. రేపు నుంచి మాకు 10 o'clock వస్తా. 10 to 11 మన క్లాస్. ఇంగ్లీష్. ఓకే ఓకే. ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్తున్నా, అక్కడక్కడ తెలుగు చెప్తున్నా అంతే. ఓకే. సో today we are completed 2 units are there. Number 1, number 2 completed. Tomorrow we can discuss unit 3, that is classification tabulation of data, and next continue we can discuss tomorrow. Okay? Come to class regularly online. By sharp 10 o'clock I will come to class, and you also come to class. Don't leave the class. Don't leave the class. Don't escape in the class. Okay? Bye. See you. All the best. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Bye. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.